All that could be heard was the sound of the rain, the voices the voices from the kids' television program that Maria was watching, and the engrossed Maria's cackling voice. Sorry, that was a kind of a bad intro. I did a bad job reading this. But yeah, hello guys, welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. Um, Thank you guys so much for the support again. I have to say that every time. And yeah, I want to get through this really quickly and start the actual visual novel here. And the reason why, I know this is rare for me, the reason why is on my last video, which was over 3.5 hours long, by the way, so enjoy that. Um, I got, I got a comment of someone who told me, I'm not gonna say who, but I got a comment. They told me that I was not even halfway through the game or through the visual novel or through episode one. I mean, I'm not even halfway through episode one. So yeah, that to me blew me away because I really expected to at least be halfway. I'm not even halfway through episode one, and we're like what 25 videos into this. I don't know how many videos we're into this, but it's insane. If we keep going at this pace, if we I don't know if we let's say we end this at like part 50 or something. If we keep going at this pace, multiply that by 6, you get 300 parts. We're gonna be playing this for 300 videos. So I'm like, okay, I need to up the pacing now. The reason why I feel like I've been playing so, or maybe the visual novel truly is that long. Maybe it's not that I've been going too slow. Maybe the visual novel really is that long. But the reason why I'm really playing this slow is because I love this visual novel. And I love to take everything in, which kind of um actually goes into what another comment said, which was that they liked how much I remember small details about characters and stuff like that. Which I'm glad to hear that because I really wanna try to remember all the characters and all the details, even if they're dead. I mean, rest in peace. Rest in peace. They died. They got killed off last part. I mean, yeah, the stuff has started happening. That's all I'll say. But yeah, so all these small details like Kirye's like postulates thingy where you gotta flip the chessboard, or I don't know, all the small details from other characters. I try to remember those as much as I can because I really like the characters. I'm very engrossed into this and I'm liking this a lot. So that's basically the reason why this is going so slow paced. Is because I love talking about it. When I like something, I really like talking about it. When it's something I'm not interested in, I'm not. I don't really like. I go through it quickly. But when it's something I really really like Umineko, I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm enjoying the story, the characters. I'm enjoying just reading through all this. It's great, especially now that things have really kicked off. Um, I enjoy taking my time with it. So yeah, but I think for real, we do have to actually like go a bit faster. Now I'm gonna let the text catch up because of the rain. I know the frame rate will make this harder for y'all to watch, but I'll make sure to let the text catch up. But other than that, yeah, I'll try to keep it in my head. Okay, we need to go a bit faster. Okay, like I might need to up my pacing a bit here, because 25 videos and I'm not even I don't know how many it's between 24 and 26. I think that's how many videos I've uploaded so far of this. And and the fact that I'm not even halfway through is disgusting. That's that is unbelievable. Episode 1 by the way. Not even through episode 1 and I've played this for how many hours now? How many hours? That is unbelievable. I mean, I knew this was long, but that is unbelievable. I do think part of that is me being very slow with the visual novel, which is fine in its own way. I don't think going I don't want to rush to the end. That would, God forbid, that would suck. The worst thing I want is to rush to the end. Like, nah, I wanna make sure I get my full experience from this visual novel. Absolutely, but um, if it's going to take 50 plus videos for each episode, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. So I'm gonna try to keep a reminder of my pacing a bit. Um, Other than that, yeah, let's get into this. So, welcome back. Last time, I don't think you need to recap last time. What happened last time? It was a 3.5 hour long video, so there's a lot to recap. But basically, red magic circle in the I know I said I don't need to recap it, but I'm gonna recap. I'm currently recapping it, but whatever. Uh, red magic circle thingy drawn in the shutter of the old storehouse for the farm equipment. Someone drew that. Who knows? But the symbols weren't anything that they could read. I think it was not. Was it not your Eva who mentioned that? Or maybe it was the narrator. It could have been the narrator. Uh, but yeah, the symbols can be read like it was like random letters or symbols that they definitely weren't Japanese. So that's something to keep in mind, in my opinion. Um, and at first they found it creepy, but then they need a key to open the shutter. So Genji, no, yeah, Genji ran back. He got Nanjo. He got Natsui. Grabbed the key to the shutter, opened the shutter, noticed dead bodies. Yeah, people died. Dead bodies, of multiple family members, and some servants. I'm gonna say who they are right now. If you haven't seen last part and you're watching this right now and haven't seen last part, this is obvious spoilers. So I don't know why you're watching this. If you haven't seen the last part, but the dead bodies were Kirie, um, um, her husband Rudolph, Kraus, um, not his wife. Nazi was alive thanks to her like necklace thingy. Was it a necklace? Like this thing that Jessica gave her, that Jessica got from Maria originally. But Nazi survived, still a bloody doorknob. Now that's something to keep in mind of. Who else survived? Died, I mean. uh, my girl Rosa. I That really hurt me. Rosa dying really hurt me. I still haven't gotten over that. So Rosa and the last family member wasn't there one more family? I know there was one more family member. How am I forgetting this? Wait, no, there were four. There were four. Yeah. Rosa, Cross, Rudolph, and Kiria. No, I'm right. I'm right. Cause yeah, Hideyoshi and Eva are both alive. The only couple who are both still alive in here, yeah, I was gonna say excluding uh, um, Rosa, but Rosa died too. So her her husband, if he even exists, is not here. Since Kraus died, Nazi's now alone. The only couple still remaining is Eva and Hideyoshi. So there's that. I don't know if that's gonna play into something or not, but just wanted to mention it. And now the servants Gora and Shannon. Shannon especially hit hard. Gora dying did not really hit me that hard. I'm not gonna lie. That's fine with me. Shannon hit me. I thought she had a great future in front of her with George and everything. That would have been great, but too bad. Still, the one that hit the hardest, even more than Shannon's, it was clearly Rosa's death to me. That got me. Then there's the whole speech that Battler gave, and the thing I remember the most from that was when he said it's engraved in our genes to cry when our parents die. That was a great sentence he said there. So there's that, and yeah, that's basically it. A lot of the rest of the part was just, obviously, the children found out about the dead bodies because they also went out when they saw Genji running about with Nanjo. So the kids notice it too, except for Maria. As you can see here, Maria's still cackling at the television program, so she's unaware of this, which is great because she's a 9-year-old kid. Thankfully, she got away with that. We're traumatized though, so there's that. Um, and yeah, We're gonna return here. Let's not do any. Let's act like normal, please, so that Maria doesn't get suspicious of us or anything. As if anything has happened, I think. And yeah, the rest of the family members. Uh, Nazi told Genji to call the police, but telephones aren't working. As you all know, they're damaged. I'm guessing the murderer is the same person who damaged them. Only makes sense. But they're going to use the emergency radio for the police, which does beg the question of whether the murderer knew about the emergency phone or whether they let it happen, whether they're letting them use the emergency phone. or radio, sorry, to call the police. But the police aren't gonna come here until the typhoon is over, which will take, I think, another day or two. So I'm guessing more murders are gonna happen by then. So either way, they're not gonna get safe help from police, and they can't leave the island really because of typhoon. So if I was the family right now, I'd try to figure out who the murderer is. Also, I wouldn't sleep. I won't go to sleep. I would not go to sleep. I would try not to be alone, and try to figure out this murder mystery. Basically, that's what I would do. Because obviously, if I was in the visual novel, I wouldn't believe in witches. Because I'm outside the visual novel and know this is fictional, I do believe Beatrice has a hand in this. Whatever thing she's doing. But yeah, I think we're ready to get into it. I know I've been did a long intro there, but I do need to up my pacing here, so I'm gonna hopefully play this part a little bit faster than I usually play parts. Hopefully that's okay with you guys too. Hopefully you guys don't enjoy me talking that much and playing slowly that much to the point where to the point where you'll be disappointed if I up the pacing here. But it's not going to be too much. Like I'm not gonna go. Again, I want to get the full experience. I'm not gonna rush this, but I'm definitely going to up the pacing from the really slow pacing that I had. So here we go. Time to start. All that could be heard was the sound of the rain, the voices from the kids' television program that Maria was watching, and the engrossed Maria's cackling voice. Alright. In other words, what greeted them as they returned dumbfounded from that horrible, bizarre scene was the voice of Maria as she rolled around laughing at the television. So, yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna let the text catch up in this scenario, but whenever I'm actually saying the lines, I don't feel it necessary to I don't feel it necessary to make sure that the lines catch up because I'm audibly saying them, and I'm hoping you guys are hearing me as I play this visual novel. Well, or else what's the point? What's the hope? But yeah, um, yeah, um. So they're coming back, right? They hear Maria laughing around. I mean, that's good. You know, at least she's up in the mood. I feel like if I just saw my parents, I'll just go back, and then you hear a little girl laughing at the TV. There's still some hope in the world. Maybe there's still someone having fun. A kid is having fun. That helps a bit. Okay. Oh yeah, and I got a comment too, if I remember correctly. I got a comment. What did the comment say again? I forgot. I forgot. I know I was gonna mention it, but I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, the spoilers. Obviously. I haven't looked up anything regarding Umineko. I've said this last part, but I'm gonna make sure to precise it here too. Not. I'm not gonna. I'm not, and I haven't, and I'm not from now on ever going to look up anything related to Mineko. I've said this before, last part obviously, but yeah, not. I haven't looked up any Mineko stuff, related stuff. No, not ever Googled anything, and they told me not to look up things even about like names, even like regarding that characters. So, which makes sense because even though characters are dead, doesn't mean that they haven't like they haven't done stuff that could be spoilery later on. Like let's say, because Rudolph knew he was going to die, for example. What if Rudolph was the one for some reason damaged the telephones before he died, right? There we go. That's a spoiler technically. If that, I mean, I don't think Rudolph did that, but that's an example. So like, even that character, I'm not looking up anything about anyone just in case. And yeah, so don't worry about that. Honestly, even the like opening sequence, you guys know how like when I open this visual novel to play it, there's a whole cutscene in the beginning, the opening thing. I have not watched that since the first time I watched that in part one, and I don't even remember anything about it. I don't even remember the song that was playing, because every single time I get on, I skip it immediately because I'm scared of spoilers in the opening. So I skip it. When I first watched it in the first part, I had no context, so it was fine. But yeah, I always make sure to skip it now whenever I get in the visual novel. Just like, nope, nope, no way. what if I see something that I could interpret as spoilery or something that is a very obvious spoiler? I'm scared of that happening, so I'm skipping it every time. So yeah, time to get back. I know I said that up my pacing, and I'm talking a lot here, so we need to actually keep it rolling. All right. So we start a new chapter here. This is a new chapter after last part. So the glass break happened at the end of last part. Not knowing how to explain to Maria that her mother, Rosa, was dead, those who returned to the room couldn't manage any more than a suffocating silence. Why would you explain that she's dead, bruh? Like, I wouldn't do that. Like I said, I would just say. Actually, I feel like last part I said I had something clever in mind that I think I would have said to Maria, but now I've forgotten what that was. So now I don't know what I would say to Maria about Rosa being gone. I don't know. I don't know what I'd say to Rosa at this point. To Maria. I mean, the worst thing I could do is act worried or like, um, make it like a big deal that Rosa is in here. So if Maria doesn't mention it, right, I don't need to tell her where Rosa is. I could just be silent and hey, let's watch TV. The moment she asks about Rosa, though, I do have to have a backup like excuse for why she's in there, without saying that she's dead. I wonder what they do. We'll see. We'll see what these people come up with. They might be smart. Let's see if they can. I don't know. Pull something up. At first, Maria returned their stares with a dubious look, but when she realized that they weren't trying to blame her for anything, she ignored them and again immersed herself in the television program. Wait a minute. They weren't trying to blame her for anything. Oh, got it. Cause like their looks. A death's door. Scary soundtrack. The children wordlessly sat down on the sofa. Their minds were probably blank from their state of shock. Uh, though they had all cried and mourned so much, now they just vaguely sat there, their faces expressionless. Again, if the text doesn't catch up to when I click on, to the next thing, it's fine because I'm audibly saying what it says. Once they start talking, if they do start talking, I'll make sure to let the text catch up. So yeah, I've said this earlier, but just want to make it sure. Just want to make sure it's out there. Okay, right. Only Cannon had returned to his usual calm expression. However, that probably didn't mean he had been able to wipe out the shock. Absolutely not. Nothing was reflected in his eyes as he stared into the emptiness. Hideyoshi, fidgeting as he remembered that horrible scene, kept muttering. Unbelievable. That can't be something of this world. It's the work of the devil. It's the work of Beatrice. She's a witch. It's a bit different from the devil. No, the witch. It's not of this world, to be fair. Definitely the work of the same thing that got the gold ingots out here. So there's that. Every once in a while, he turned these questions and bounced them off Nanjo. But Nanjo, in a calm, doctorly manner, kept repeating that nothing could be understood by only glancing at the scene, and that until the police arrived, he wouldn't know anything. I see. So Nanjo's saying that no matter, like, if I'm reading this correctly, Nanjo's saying that even if he looks at the bodies and tries to like interpret something out of it, it's not really gonna help, and only police will know what to do, because he's a doctor, and he's not even his like his his profession as a doctor is not even about like like dead bodies, right? I mean, he came here. He's originally here to help out with Kinzo, right? So yeah. So the police arrived. He can't help. He can't help them until the police comes. However, Nanjo only appeared calm by comparison to Hidoshi, who could not contain his agitation and fear. Mm. In fact, Nanjo had also received a huge shock, and his face was deathly pale. Oh, of course, of course. No matter like the age and like um, experience and the sort of person you are. I mean, obviously it depends on the sort of person you are. That's a huge shock. Seeing a bunch of dead bodies of people you've known for decades, not just years, decades, like a long time. These are family members. Of course, your face is gonna be pale. It's normal. So unless your mind is out of this world, you're like I don't know, or maybe you're like some psychopath, or maybe you have I don't know, like even if it doesn't shock you, it's gonna do something to you, right? Unless you absolutely have no emotions, it doesn't make sense. I mean, obviously it shocked me, but like not to the point where I'm like, oh no, because I know this is a visual novel. But I know if I was them in real life, this has happened to me. Like, let's say I was Battler, right there, and I've told you guys before about the similarities between me and Battler, like like the way we've had our childhoods and the way we've grown up till now. Me and Battler are kind of similar, actually. Not similar personalities. Our personalities are different, but similar in the way we've had our lives so far. And I know if I was Battler on this island, I know I would just be shook right now. I would have walked back here, sat on the sofa, and been like, "Oh my god!" Oh, I would have been really shocked. Again, if Battler was the one playing this visual novel, just like me right now, I bet he wouldn't be shocked. He would just be like, "Haha, yeah, just playing a visual novel, haha," you know. So again, important. I think an important thing that I try to like remember is in the visual novel, in the world of the visual novel, they don't know that they're in a visual novel or that this is real. For them, this is all real. So like, you gotta remember that their reactions, you gotta put yourself in their shoes. I think that's important. I think you can't just. It's easier for us to act calmly and to think smart. It's easier for us to do that than for them. If they do a dumb decision or act stupid, it's more understandable in my opinion than for us who can more easily think calmly about it and assess the situation because we're not actually in it. And that to me, I know I'm ranting a lot here, and I've said that I'm just gonna go faster pace, but I think this is important. To me, I hate it when or I really don't like it when people blame characters in shows or in fictional stuff about doing a dumb decision or about being stupid. A lot of times it's not warranted, or it's unfair to say that they were stupid, in my opinion, a lot of times, because you gotta remember, being them, actually being there and experienced it is a whole different thing. If you were there and experienced it, you will not be able to act as smartly as you would if you were outside and experiencing it like the same way we are. So when watching a TV show, or okay, I'll give you horror movies. Horror movies, yeah, people are dumb in those. I'll be honest. Yeah, and that's a special dumb. Like, if I was in a horror movie, I know I'd be smarter than the idiots on there, and that's true. But typically, the writer is thinking, trying to be the characters and trying to think how would they react and how would they act in the situation. And I think that's important. That's very very important that before people start going like, oh yeah, Hideyoshi's an idiot. He should have done this or that. Try being Hideyoshi. It's not the same. It's hard to explain, but it's not the same. And I think that's really really important. So to keep in mind, the decisions are not necessarily stupid, or they might be stupid, sure, but that doesn't mean that the person is stupid, in my opinion, or that um, the plot demanded the characters to be stupid necessarily, or smart. Sometimes like some people are good at being calm under pressure, of course, or being calm under shocking moments, and obviously both in real life and in fictional stories. But yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way. I'll continue now. Don't worry, faster pacing. But I really, really wanted to mention that, and that like I try to be, even in playing this visual novel, when I keep getting further through these chapters here, Uh, you know, I'll try to make sure I remember that the people in the visual novel don't have the same um don't have the same like positioning of me, or the same knowledge of what's going on as me either. I know more about what's going on than Hideyoshi knows because I've seen different conversations from different characters. So that's another thing. I know more, and I'm in a different position. It's a different standpoint. I cannot compare myself to Hideyoshi. If I think of, oh, they should be doing this, and Hideyoshi doesn't, that does not make Hideyoshi dumb. Or any, I'm like using Hideyoshi as an example, but anyone here, George, Nanjo, anyone. So that's something I really wanted to mention because it's important. And yeah, that's something I try to keep in mind of that when I experience stories and stuff like that. All right, maybe it was because of their attitudes that Nazi tried to rise to the challenge and take control. Hmm. Good luck, Nazi. Nazi was apparently unchanged from her normal attitude. I don't think Nazi wasn't affected, but I do think um I do think obviously it affected Nazi. Her husband died. But I do think maybe Kinzo's words might have helped. I feel like if it weren't for Kinzo's words, she would not be in this state right now. She would not be, even after seeing all those deaths. I think she'd be in a much worse state. But after Kinzo's words, I think like that's she said it herself. It was one of the it made all her efforts worth it. It really helped her. Those words really helped change her entire personality, basically. Or obviously you can't change personality that quickly. She's still the same person, but like change her entire aura, her entire sense of self. Her self-esteem has clearly changed. So I don't think it hasn't affected her. I think she's still is gonna affect her attitude, obviously. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, her face though, she doesn't look that alarmed as of now. Let's see. Especially because she was supposed to be one of the victims, according to the blood. If you trust the bloody doorknob, she was supposed to be one of the victims. And if I was her, like, that would scare me, right? If I was Nazi, I saw a bloody doorknob after waking up and then people died. I'd think, oh god, like, I could have been one of them. I still can be one of them. The murder is still out there on the loose. Just saying. And she briskly gave directions. Interesting. Nazis giving directions. She's taking the lead role here. That is interesting. That is interesting. All right, let's see what their plan of action is from here on out. I do think they've lost some pretty clever people, to be honest. I reckon Kirie, with her postulations, she was one of the clever ones that went out. Don't think Rudolph was half dumb either. He you know, obviously he's good at business, but I think, I don't know, the way he also called his own death, I think if Rudolph was alive, I think he could have helped them a lot with brain power stuff. Cross too, I feel like, intelligent man as well. I mean, in general, the people who died weren't all bad people, just talking intelligence. Uh, but I do think, let's see, Natsu might have what it takes. Eva and Hideyoshi, definitely some intelligent people though. We'll see, we'll see. But I do think they have some intelligent minds left, of course. But they've also lost some intelligent minds. But let's see what they do.
私はお父様のところへ行ってきます。
You're gonna tell them about it? Okay, interesting. That's not. I don't think that's gonna affect stuff that much, to be honest. But let's see. I think Kinzo just laughed because it's like, okay, Beatrice, so your first victims are here already. I think that's going to be his reaction. I don't think it'll actually affect Kinzo's what Kinzo's gonna do. I think he's still gonna chill in his study and do absolutely nothing. Could be part of the reason why he's locked the study up too and everything. Because he knows there's a murder. Because he knows like people are gonna get killed, and if his door is locked, and only Genji has the key to the door, um, then he's chilling. If you wanna kill him, you have to unlock the door or break it down or come from outside the window. That means you're gonna have to climb up a mansion. Good luck with that, mate. So Kinzo's chilling.
源氏は急ぎ警察へ連絡を。
Oh, don't say that out loud. Mari's gonna wonder, what the frick do you mean? Police? Mari's gonna wonder. Okay, I need to go quickly. I need to face myself fast. But I do think, yeah, Mari's, don't say that out loud.
かしこまりました。
Mari's gonna be like, police? What do you mean? Okay, certainly, he says.
私も一緒させていただいていいかしら、夏日姉さん。
At this point, you two don't have time for the squabble. You two absolutely don't have time for this squabble. Like, rivalry, sure. Your family members just died. Right? Y'all don't have time to be arguing about business. Right? Like, this is unreal. This is different. Yeah. I think not at this point. Just have her tag along. Have her help you. Genuinely. You two should be allies right now. Unless one of you is the murderer, of course. I don't think necessarily either of them is the murderer. But unless one of you is the murderer, ally up. I think you should help each other. Stop with the... This could be interesting character development or character relationship development for both of them here. Because if through this detective work they become closer friends and like at the end of the visual novel they're like besties, to put it in a certain word, I think that would be great. That would be great to see that sort of character development. I always love seeing well done. They're not always well done, but well done character progression between or relationship between two characters who originally hated each other, but then eventually grow to really like each other. But it has to be well done because sometimes it's way too fast or it feels way too sudden. It's gotta be slow and built up. It works though. I love those kind of relationships. Not saying that's what's gonna happen between these two, but I think it would be cool.
クラウス兄さんがいなくなった以上、お父様の補佐は私の仕事だもの。その私が夏日姉さんに任せっきりで、ここでくつろいでいるわけにはいかないわ。
Oh yeah. In case that line didn't load, she said it would be improper of me to be lazing about or relaxing here while relying on you. Hopefully it did load though. I need to be more careful with that. Alright, Natsuki was struck speechless by Eva's aggressive actions in a situation like this. It seemed that she was claiming that, with Krall's dad, the one to take responsibility should not be his wife, but herself, the next highly ranked in the family. I mean, oh, her face, oh. I mean, if we're talking, this whole family hierarchy that y'all have going on, then yeah, sure, Eva is next in lead. If we're talking situational, I don't think it should matter. I think you two should be working together, to be honest. I think all of you should have responsibility for everything that's going on right now. It's insane. Alright, possibly she was not happy that Natsu was ignoring her and handling matters herself in this extreme situation. Possibly. Of course, even Eva's mind had been blank from the shock until just now. She only returned to herself after Natsu started giving orders. It's like... family members died? Oh no, oh wait, Natsu started talking? Here we go. Time to argue against her. Time to return to my normal cheeky self.
お好きになさるといいでしょう。
You may do as you please. Natsu walked out without saying anything more. Eva followed behind her. Kumasawa? Hey, what's up? Wait a minute, Kumasawa wasn't there. Yeah, no, she was preparing the breakfast, wasn't she? Kumasawa was not there when they noticed the dead bodies. The only people who weren't there were Kumasawa, Maria and Kinzo. Yeah. Do you all reckon Kumasawa's the killer? Nah. Nah. It's not impossible, but nah. Maybe the visual novel's trying to direct us towards her and it's a fake out. Like, haha, it's not actually Kumasawa. Meh. Again, while I do think Beatrice had a hand in the killing, I don't necessarily think it was Beatrice. It could have been Beatrice helping someone kill. But I do think Beatrice was involved in some way. Alright, mere moments after they left, Kumasawa ran into the parlor. She ran! Not walk, ran. Okay. Since she wasn't the kind of person to run around, it would be normal to sense that something had happened. But since everyone had been stricken by the earlier shock, none of them took any notice of this trivial difference. Is it important that she arrived here coincidentally just after Eva and Natsui left? Or should I not care about that much? Just saying. Just saying.
奥様奥様
Madame, Madame.
夏希姉さんならお父さんのところへ行ったで。すぐ戻ってくるやろ。どないしたんや、熊沢さん。
What happened to Kumasawa? Just in case it doesn't load.
それが食堂に血が
I mean, that's not shocking anymore. Right, because you're preparing breakfast, so you went to the dining hall. Sure, no problem. That's not shocking. The problem with you saying that there's blood in the dining hall, there's a kid here who's not aware of what's going on. Mari, I hope Mari's just being distracted by the TV right now. Hopefully Mari doesn't notice that she's talking about blood. Everyone in the parlor turned to listen. Oh, what did you say? Everyone thought the same thing, obviously. I hope I misheard that. Just like how any container has a limit to how much you can put in it, no one felt like they could accept any more tragedies beyond what had already happened. Here's the thing though. Everyone other than the dead bodies is confirmed alive. I'm just saying. Everyone other than... Well, confirmed alive I say. Confirmed alive within recent events. Everyone who weren't among the dead bodies. Like at least if Shannon wasn't one of the people in the pile, or if Goro wasn't one of the people in the pile, at least then I'd be like, ooh, okay, the blood could have come from one of them. But no, now blood in the dining hall has to be one of the people that just died a second ago, not too long ago. Well, 6 hours ago. So, okay. So they all thought it. I hope I misheard that.
なんやて食堂
In the dining hall.
朝食の準備に食堂に配膳に行ったら
Right. The first to start running was George. George was like, sprint! His harsh footsteps jogged Hideyoshi and Nanjo to their senses, and they chased after him. Battler and the others followed. Did what's her name follow? Maria? Is she noticing any of this? I hope. Again, I think they're doing a mistake by being so like active about all of this. I think they should be trying their best to hide all this from Maria to make it as easy as possible to come up with an excuse for what's going on. Because if Maria starts knowing the stuff that's going on, then that's problematic. Right. They flew into the dining hall one after another, but they didn't find any change that would have caused Kumasawa to go pale. Wait, what? They didn't find any change? They didn't find blood? But Kumasawa's talking about blood. What? To those who had viewed that gruesome scene in the storehouse, it was a bit of an anticlimax. Sure. However, Kumasawa, who had followed them, pointed it out. there really were some traces of blood on the floor. Compared to that terrible scene, it was not very dramatic. Yeah, but still important though. Important evidence for the killings. However, if you calmly thought about it, this definitely indicated the loss of a lot of blood.
ここにも血だまりがあるよ。これは一体
Interesting. So, were two of the victims killed here? When? When were victims killed here? Definitely people were killed here, then their bodies were dragged all the way to the storehouse or garage thing. Yeah, storehouse. No, the storehouse is correct. At least 1 or 2 bodies were killed here, victims. And I find that interesting because between the time of the killing, which was about 6 hours ago, according to Nanjo, they managed to walk out of the dining hall all the way to the storehouse. No one will notice them carrying 1 or 2 bodies. That's something. That is something. But let's see.
だいぶ時間が経っているように見えますな。おそらく昨べここで殺されたんだと見ていいでしょう。
Are you saying that the blood has become dry? How long does it take for blood to dry? I mean, 6 hours, then... Because blood is not... Obviously, blood is a different substance from water. I don't know. I'm not a detective. I don't know. How long does it take blood to dry? Or I guess it has varying degrees of dryness, right? But I'd imagine by then, if you touch the blood... If it's been 6 hours, if you touch the... I'd imagine if you touch the blood... Again, I've bled before, but I've never let blood dry. I've never tested blood drying, by the way. I just want to say, obviously. So I don't really know. But I imagine 6 hours. I'm thinking, like, if you touch it, it should be mostly dry, but, like, maybe some of it still, like, comes onto your skin. Not as a liquid, but, like, as a mark, you know? I'd imagine. 6 hours? I don't know. I could be an idiot. They were killed here last night. All of them, though? I don't think so. Were all of them killed here? Because that is an important detail. Where they were killed. Because it's probably safe to say that they were killed here last night.
そういうことになるんやろな。わしらは昨べずっと食堂で話し合いをしとった。
Oh, yeah. Because y'all were talking in the dining hall, not the parlor. Right.
そしてここに何者かが押し入ったに違いない。
So, you'd be talking together in the dining hall until late into the night, until midnight, right? If I remember, someone said that. I don't know which character said that, but someone said something about talking till midnight. When they I think it might have been Natsui when she woke up at the start of the second day. The bodies died around 2 a.m. If we... Again, we don't know how... Nanjo's approximation could have varying degrees of, like... Could be wrong a bit. So it could be like 6.5 hours, it could be 7 hours, it could be 5 hours. That's another thing. But we're going with 6 hours because Nanjo's a doctor and he might not be a specialist in these kinds of situations. He's the best bet we got. And also because we're not there physically, we can't see the scene, obviously. 6 hours, that's 2 a.m. 6 hours ago, because it's 8 a.m. right now. They talked until late into the night, that's midnight. Someone broke in. Did y'all... Hideyoshi, can you tell me... I hope he would tell me. Like, how did the dining hall situation go? Who left first and who left last? Or do you... Like, did you leave first? Who left first? That's important. I wonder. Let's see if they say anything more about that.
父さんたちが打ち合わせを抜けて休んだのは何時だっけ
Yeah. When? Exactly. That's important. Thanks for mentioning this, George. This is exactly my question. Not just you two, but the rest. Who went out first? Can you tell me around and about, like, who who left first, and then about how many minutes later did the second person leave, etc., etc. Let's see.
昨夜の24時を少し過ぎたくらいの頃や。
Okay, good thing I remember correctly. Something about a little past midnight. I think it was not to mention that, but someone definitely mentioned that. Right, a little past midnight. The bodies were killed at 2 a.m.
だからその後にと考えるんが妥当やろうな。
Well, yeah, sure. But when did you leave? When did you leave the dining hall to go to sleep?
マジかよ。勘弁してくれよ。
I can't take this.
お嬢様、しっかり。
My lady, stay strong.
俺はもうさっきの倉庫でこの世の地獄ってやつを拝んじまったから
Yeah, you can handle some.
今さらこのくらいじゃ答えねえぜ。
You can handle some blood, battler. You got this.
そうかよ。よかったな。
But I can't handle blood.
私は頭がどうにかなっちまいそうだぜ。ここは食堂だぜ。私は毎日ここで食事をして、学校のことをぼやいたり、宿題のことをぼやいたり、
It's true.
親父に学校の成績の
It's
話
true.
をされたり、
Your dad,
そ
dad.
ういうところなんだぜ。
It's true. Your dad's dead now. Can't really talk to him about grades anymore, but it's true.
お嬢様、
My lady.
これ以上ここにいるのはよくありません。100万へ戻りましょう。
Return to the parlor.
俺も同感さ。秀吉おじさん
I think you should check around the dining hall a bit more. See if you find any more hints or anything else. At least I think you should. I would if I was there. Try to find more clues. Check like the cabinets or if there are any cabinets in there. I can't really see the room. Or check any like drawers or anything. Check under the table. Check for any other pieces of evidence. I know you're not the police, but they're not gonna arrive for another several days. Y'all are gonna have to do some of the detective work, unless you wanna make it as easy as possible for the killer to kill the rest of you. Think you guys should start doing some detective work.
この部屋は多分警察にとって重要な意味があると思います。
I think it will be really important to you. Police are not gonna arrive anytime soon. Y'all are aware that the killer. Why would the killer be one of the people who were on the bodies, right? They wouldn't have committed suicide. The killer is one of you. Why are they not mentioning that? Is it because they're in denial? They don't want to accept the fact that one of them has to be the killer? Again, I'm flipping the chessboard. I'm thinking as if I'm one of the people in this visual novel. If I was Battler or Jessica or Cannon, I would know. I mean, now in me playing this, I know Beatrice probably had a hand in this, but they, from their POV, they would have to be like, yeah, one of us is the killer, or multiple. Could have been business, could have been something else. One of us is the killer. Why are they all so super trusting of each other? Well, they might not be. We still haven't seen what's going on in their head. But I don't know. Like, and none of them mention. That's interesting to me. None of them have mentioned to each other. Oh, hey, by the way, since we're the only ones on this island, one of us is the killer. One of us and Kinzo is the killer. None of them are mentioning that. None of them. Okay. I'm just saying. I think that plays a big role.
俺たちが踏み荒らしちまうのはまずいんじゃないですか。
Again, sure, I see what you mean by that, but also, y'all are gonna have to do some detective work. I think y'all have to. Again, police are not gonna arrive for the next couple of days. I think y'all should start right now. Battler proposed this in a slightly powerful voice as, together with Cannon, he grabbed the pale and shaking Jessica's shoulders.
バトラさんの言う通りですな。この部屋にこれ以上 好んで居続けることはありますまい。
Maybe not right now, but I don't know. I kind of disagree. I kind of disagree. Nonjo spoke while looking at the pale faces all around. Even though that horrible scene in the storehouse had felt like something not of this world, at least it was in a place far from here, a place we had been able to cut ourselves off and run away from, which had helped everyone to keep on going. And you're saying that now that it's so close to us, it's literally in the dining hall, it makes it harder for you to keep going? I see. And again, I see it. Like I pointed this out earlier, of course, but I have to try to imagine if I was one of the characters in the visual novel, and how it's like for them, and why characters being stupid or doing dumb stuff sometimes in a visual novel or in a story does not necessarily mean that they're stupid. It's just that when you're placed in that position, it's hard to do the most rational, smartest thing. Um, So I can see why they would cope away from this, and I get that perspective, and I also get why they would be in denial that one of them is the killer, even though surely inside their heads they must know that one of them is the killer. Well, at least think. I mean, because I I I I think maybe one of them is the killer. Could have been Beatrice acting alone, but could have been Beatrice giving someone a hand. But if I was them, I would know one of us is the killer. But also, again, my situation where I'm at is different from where they're at, so I'm able to. It's unfair to compare myself to them, obviously. I could be thinking about this wrong, of course. I could be an idiot. Hmm. Hmm. However, this dining hall was different. It was in the mansion's main wing, and as Jessica had said, it was supposed to be one of the more relaxing places within the mansion. It was the same place where all the relatives had enjoyed lunch and dinner yesterday. The shock of seeing this place smeared with blood reminded us of that horrible spectacle in the storehouse, and forced us to accept that we really hadn't been able to run away from the scene of that tragedy. And yeah, I get it. And I get that. And that's why I think, of course, it's unfair to compare myself with you guys who were literally there facing this tragedy real time with real hands with real as a real person, of course.
わしも同感や。この部屋には犯人の痕跡が残ってるかもわからんしな。
Which is exactly why you should investigate some more. Even if the police are going to arrive after the typhoon goes off. What if Genji fails at I think someone, or at least two people should have gone with Genji. What if Genji gets killed as he's trying to call the radio? Wouldn't the killer try to stop that from happening? Again, I know it's unfair to compare myself to them when theorizing about stuff like that, but that's one thing to keep in mind of. Like, why wouldn't they have done that? And another thing is, what if Genji fails? Like, what if the emergency radio doesn't work for some reason? Like, the killer also made sure to disrupt that. Just saying.
素人のわしらがかき回すべきとちゃうで。はよ出るんや。
Okay.
はよはよ。
Okay. Hideyoshi also understood the meaning of what Battler had said and pushed everyone to hurry out of the dining hall. Sure. The way we were then, looking at that blood any longer would have been too harsh. What do you mean the way we were then? Are you speaking... You're speaking like you're someone from the future. Interesting. Like looking back at the scene as if it happened a long time ago. Or some time ago. Okay. Nobody went against his words. Everyone raced each other out of the dining hall. Almost as though the last person in the room would be trapped in there. All alone. Nice door sound effect. You like to see it. Once in the hallway, we lent a shoulder to Kumasawa, who was leaning against the wall, still trembling, and we all headed back to the parlor together. Then Genji returned. Here we go. Good news or bad news, Genji? How did the emergency radio work for you?
おお、源氏さん、警察に連絡はつきましたか？
Were you able to contact the police?
それが申し訳ございません。
I freaking knew something like that was the case. Freaking knew something like this could have happened. Yep.
無線機の故障か、それ以外の理由によるものかわかりませんが。
I knew it. What if the killer had thought about that? Or what if Genji, again, another possibility was what if Genji going to the emergency radio, killer got them right there. Pah, done. Actually, that wouldn't be very wise from the killer though. If the killer had killed Genji, it would have made it. It would have made it like very obvious. Obvious it was, because we were all together. Maria was alone watching television. Eva and Natsu were together going to Kinzo. So that actually does not leave a lot of room for the killer. Unlike the storehouse killings, it still could be mostly any of us, right? Or the Maria, in my opinion. I mean, we can't suspect a 9-year-old, can we? So there's that. She is the messenger of Beatrice, though. Alright.
なんや、警察に連絡がつかんのか？
Here you go. Here we go. As if you didn't have enough reason, now you guys have to be the detectives of this place. You have to be the detectives now. Phone isn't working, radio isn't working. Y'all are gonna have to deal with this yourselves. Y'all are gonna have to find your own evidence. Even if you're worse than police, you have to. Y'all gonna have to learn how to do a banging job, as good as the police. You don't have the same equipment. You don't have the same expertise or experience or any of that. But you're gonna have to do it.
電話も無線もどっちもダメなんか？
Both failed.
申し訳ございません。月曜の朝に船が来ることになっていますので、その船の通信機を借りることができると思います。
Isn't it a Sunday today? Or a Saturday? It doesn't matter. Wait, the way he said Monday instead of tomorrow makes me think today's a Saturday. So if today's a Saturday and yesterday was Friday, yeah, that's way too long from now. That's 2 whole days. That's 2 whole days from now. Guys. You don't have time for that. The killer is roaming about. You don't have time to wait for 2 days. Again, for me, that's 48 hours of staying awake. I'm drinking as much coffee as I can. I need to stay awake. I'm not getting killed. I'm getting killed in my sleep if I don't try to stay awake and figure this stuff out. Or we could take turns falling asleep. That's another solution. Like I fall asleep, a bunch of people around me, we're making sure that the murderer isn't one of us, right? If there's many people around us, surely not all of us are the murderer. I sleep, we're all around, we're all in the parlor, then someone else sleeps, and I wake up and I become one of the watchers. That is another solution. You gotta survive, guys.
この島には船はないんか？
There might be, even if there isn't. Look at the freaking rain, bro. Look at the typhoon.
新島の警察署までちょっくら行ってくることはできんのか？
Nijima Police Department. That would be great right now. If I was them, I'd do it right now. If that is an option, I'd go right now. Despite the typhoon, I mean, I could get killed by the typhoon. Just pray that I make it to Nijima.
秀吉さん、この天気では無理だ。
I know, but bro, sail and pray, bro. You have to do. You might just have to do it.
少なくとも台風が通り過ぎるまではどうにもなりません。
Yeah, and by that time you're all dead, bro. By that time it's too late.
クラウス様のボートは今修理中で島にございます。
What a coincidence!
ですので月曜の船を待つことはないか。
Oh yeah, coincidentally, by the way, the one boat that is left is being repaired and not on the island. Well, that's crazy. Yo, whoever the killer is, hey, yo, you really set this up well. You really damage the phone, damage the emergency radio. Make sure that even with the weather, you made sure that there was no boat, so someone couldn't even try to do a suicide mission to Nijima, even if they wanted to. You really secured all the spots. Get on the killer. Hey, hey, Beatrice, do your thing. You're good at this.
そんなアホな話があるか。
How could this happen?
6人も死んだやで。
Yeah.
そして電話も無線も通じず、船もない。
The phones and radio aren't working and there's no boat. Yep. Wow. Bunch of coincidences there, aren't there?
台風が過ぎて船が来るまで、つまり明日の朝まで
Tomorrow
わしらは警察にも連絡できず、この島におれっちゅうことなんか。
Ooh, wait. Until tomorrow morning. Ooh, okay. So today is a Sunday. Okay. That changes things. Okay, you have to be able to stay awake. Oh, you can stay awake for 24 hours, guys. Yeah, you can do that. My max is like once I stayed awake for 30 hours. It's possible. I mean, I was dead after 30 hours. But it's possible to stay awake for 24 hours. Just drink a lot of coffee. You didn't have to do the trick I was talking about earlier, where someone sleeps and the other people stay awake. Nah. Legit. All of you can stay awake for 24 hours. It's not impossible. Stay awake until like 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. You can do it. Y'all can do it.
ってことはつまり
Which means that
俺たちだけじゃなくおじさんたちを殺した犯人もこの島から出られず足止めってことだな。
yeah, but the criminal wanted to do that. And also, Battler, come on. When is someone gonna mention that the killer is one of us? Surely you're gonna mention it at some point, right? The criminal who killed everyone has to be one of us. We know this. Unless someone sneaked in the boat along with us and arrived at the island, or someone originally lives here. I don't know. From their POV, the killer has to be one of us. According, if you're going by their estimates.
そういうことになるね。
Hmm.
みんなを殺した犯人はまだこの島にいる。
Yes, can you talk about how the culprit is one of you? Come on, George. Talk about how the culprit is one of you. I think that's gonna spice things up, because everyone will be like suspecting each other, like, which one of you is it?
親父たちを殺した奴はこの島から逃げ出せずまだ潜んでやがるってことかよ。
Again, how do y'all know the person isn't one of you? You're saying the person is obviously a bastard, yeah, obviously a piece of crap who killed everyone. I dislike them too. No matter who it is, whether it's you or anyone else, frick you. But it's one of us.
くそ見つけ出してやるぜ。警察になんか引き渡すもんか。
You think I'll hand you over to the police? Nah, I'll torture you and kill you too, just to show you what it feels like. I also wanted to say, aren't they in the parlor? Isn't this the place where Maria's watching TV? Is she just not listening to the conversation, or is she gonna start noticing that, hey, they're talking about killing and people being dead on this island? Is Maria not gonna pick up on that? Maybe not. I don't know.
私がこの手でやっ先にしてやる。
Oh, she's crying. Oh. Hey Jessica, you'll get revenge for Cross. Maybe. We'll see. Make sure you get another one of those charms from Maria, just to make sure you survive. Oh yeah, I pointed this out before, but yeah, only of course, other than the servants, only the adults died, only the siblings died. None of the cousins died. None of the younger people died, other than Shannon. She's different. She got first-hand experience with the flickering light that was Beatrice, so she's special. But no younger person really died. I knew it. Like I was gonna say, when is Maria gonna react to all of this? God damn! I was like, isn't Maria in this room with all of you, just watching TV? Maria finally realized that something was odd in the parlor. God damn it, y'all are idiots. Y'all are idiots. Just talking about not seeing that Maria's there, or rather than noticing something odd. It was probably better to say that she felt unhappy and neglected since everyone was getting so excited about something only she didn't know about. What are you talking about? See, this is why. Y'all should have shut up. Now, how are you gonna get out of this one, guys? How are you gonna make an excuse to Maria about... Thankfully, she hasn't yet asked yet about where her mother is, but how are you gonna explain all of you guys panicking and crying like this? How are you gonna explain this to this little kid? How are you gonna do it?
ジェシカお姉ちゃん、
Ah, freaking hell.
誰か死んじゃったの？
Whoa! She's saying that like it's not a big deal. Oh, did someone die? One of us? Oh. She's been so like casual about that. The way she spoke was completely calm. I know, right? Like I can't imagine a 9-year-old just talking completely calmly about someone dying. Actually, I can. Because I guess 9-year-olds won't necessarily get the weight behind someone dying. So like they won't think about it like as... They won't think about it as badly as someone who's older, who realizes the weight someone's death has. But even then, if it's a family member, she should be spooked by that too, though. Even though she's 9, she should be spooked by that at the same time. Just as though she was talking about characters in a TV drama, as though it didn't affect her at all. She is also Beatrice's messenger. Jessica probably didn't like that. As though trying to say, "Can't you tell just by looking at me?" Overwhelmed with grief, she flared up against Maria. Now that's just unfair, isn't it, Jessica? But I understand why you're reacting like that.
死んじまったぜ。みんな
Whoa!
みんな。
Hello? Don't say that!
私の親父もパトラの父さんと
Oh my god, Jessica, what are you doing? Someone shut this girl up. Someone shut her up. Close your mouth. Hello? My dad does. Yes, we know.
幸田さんもシャノンも。
Hello? Maria? Please. Okay, well, there goes any hope of trying to hide this from Maria. Jessica's just smiling and no one's shutting her up.
そしてマリアの母さんも。
Oh my god, Jessica, oh, Morocco, Jessica, what? What are you doing, Jessica? What are you doing? What are you doing? Idiot. Why would you say that?
よすんだジェシカちゃん
Why would you tell a 9-year-old that? You freaking idiot. What are you doing?
悲しいのは君だけじゃない
Don't tell the 9-year-old. Don't tell the only person, well, other than Kinzo, who doesn't know. And especially their kid. Whoa, what are you doing?
マリアさん、
God damn it. Now we can't come up with... Now there's no excuse anymore. Now we just have to... Jessica told her, hey, let's freaking go.
ショックだろうが聞いてください。あなたのお母さんがな。
Oh, yeah, I guess we go. Hey, I agree that at some point we'd have to be honest with her. I agree. But I was thinking, like, let's wait to solve the murder mystery first, you know? Get out of this island, and then tell her about what happened. Right? Or at least tell her when she grows up or something. Not now. Not now as it's happening. You're gonna spook a 9-year-old. Even though she is Beatrice's messenger, you guys will know that. You guys will know Maria has some weird special witch powers, apparently, because she saved Natsu's life.
死んでしまいました。
Okay, I guess we're telling her. Okie dokie.
ママが死んじゃった？
I like how she's, again, nonchalantly like, oh, my mother's dead? Oh, that's too bad. Like, what? How are you not shocked by that?
おー。
That's a... She's like, oh, okay. Oh, that's too bad. Not a big deal.
ああ 誰かに殺されちまった。
Alright, fair enough. I guess we're telling her. Alright, let's go.
悲しいだろうがよ。心をしっかり。
I know it's sad, but stay strong. just go ahead and say that.
何人死んじゃった？
Again, she's so calm about this. Okay, cool. What? Okay, I knew Mario was an odd kid, but this is something else. She has reacted to this so differently to everyone else. I don't think this is a case of her being young anymore. Nah, I think Mario's literally an old kid. Genuinely. I don't know, man. This isn't just... Yeah, I don't think this is just Maria, like, being a kid who doesn't care much about deaths and or doesn't think about them as big deal. Nah, man, if you're 9 years old, if someone tells you your mother's dead, that's gonna hit hard. I don't know. What's going on with Maria, though?
6人だぜ。
Alright.
6人だ。
Great voice acting, by the way. Jessica, whoever your voice actress is, doubt the voice actress of Jessica's watching this video, but fantastic work.
くそくそ。
Really selling the lines here.
あんな残酷なことしやがって。踊ってもんがあるだろうがよ。人間ならよ。
You're saying as if Maria is the killer. No, I'm joking. Of course, Jessica knows that Maria isn't the killer.
誰だか知らねえが、犯人は人間じゃねえぜ。血の色が赤いわけがねえ。
Funny. When are gonna? I'm wondering when they're gonna mention that the killer is one of them. I know they're probably in denial that the killer is one of them, but I wonder when they're gonna mention it. Oh yeah, by the way, the killer is one of us. I've said this a lot this part, but that's because, like, I'm shocked they haven't talked about that. I'm just shocked they haven't talked about how the killer is one of them. Like, I feel like it should be obvious from their POV.
うん。
She's talking in her different voice. Oh, Mari's changed. She's changed.
犯人は人間じゃない。
Right, killer's not human. Killer's Beatrice, right?
鍵が選んだ。生贄なだけ。
Just the chosen by the... Hmm. Is there something supposed to be said there and there? Just the witch... Oh wait, just the victim chosen by the witch, maybe? Something along those lines? Maybe. So I'm gonna say victim, victims, and witch. I'm guessing is what's supposed to be there and there, but we'll see.
おい、マリア、今、なんて言った？
Did you say something just now? Maria had just said something, but since the words were so remotely separated from the flow and context of the conversation, for a second I couldn't understand them. As I was about to ask her to repeat it, I was shocked by the sudden sound of Aunt Natsu's loud voice coming from the entrance to the parlor. Oh, what now? What the frick is happening now? I was just thinking about that I'm gonna end the part soon, so this doesn't become another 3-hour part. Sound of Aunt Natsu's loud voice. Entrance to the parlor. It looked like Aunt Natsu and Auntie Eva had returned from their trip to see grandfather. But why would they be in the entrance to the parlor if they went to see grandfather? Unless to be able to go see grandfather, you'd have to go through the entrance of the parlor. In which case, sure, I don't really know. I don't know the geography of the mansion, by the way. They haven't really shown us that properly. I feel like that would also help me a lot if I had a map. Yeah, if I had like a map of the mansion, know where the parlor is, where the dining hall is, where Kinzo's study is, where the portrait is, where the entrance. I mean, the portrait should be right next to the entrance, right? Where the servant room is. I feel like that would help. I'm not gonna Google it, obviously, because, like I said in the beginning of this video, spoilers. I'm scared to Google anything related to Umineko, so I won't. But I think that would help. Okay, they returned.
無線でも連絡できない？
What was your loud voice, though, Natsu? What else were you talking about? Were you talking about something else? What were you so shocked by that you had to talk in a loud voice?
こんな時に使えなくて何のための防災無線ですか？
she's like, she's like, why do you have an emergency radio that doesn't work in emergencies? During emergencies, I should have said.
申し訳ございません。毎年保守点検はさせているはずなのですが。
ほら、光をチカチカさせるみたいな船舶信号ってあるじゃない？
Wait, what did you say? Both signaling devices where you can flick the light on and off? Oh, yeah. Those should be a thing. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, 1986. Absolutely.
そういうので向こうの島に連絡することはできないのかしら？
Right. Yeah, of course. In Rock, we're just in Rockinjima. There should be other islands for nearby. Remember this? Them saying something about that. That in Rockinjima, like they're just one island of multiple islands. But even then, would it work? Would the other islands see us? Would the residents of these other islands see us and come for us? Interesting. Hmm. Do you even have one of those? We should have one of those, unless the murderer has confiscated those too. Hmm.
そのような設備はございません。
Of course you don't.
申し訳ございません。
Of course you don't. Rich family living alone on an island didn't think about buying equipment to contact people from other islands. Nah, I'm joking. I'm sh- I'm sure they didn't think a situation like this would arise where they really needed something like that. Surely, telephone and emergency radio. If I was them, I wouldn't think, oh yeah, someone's probably gonna get murdered, and both the emergency radio and the telephones wouldn't be working, and also there's a typhoon. All of this coincidentally happening. I'm sure if I was them, I wouldn't think about buying one of these amazing devices or equipment too. So fair enough. Just then, Kumasawa came pushing a serving cart loaded with breakfast. Hey guys, breakfast time! Since there was no way we would be able to eat in the dining hall, Hideyoshi had ordered her to bring it to the parlor.
なぜ朝食をこちらに？
Oh, Natsu doesn't know. Wait! Before we tell Natsu about the blood in the dining hall, can't we also, yeah, two things. What happened between you and Eva and Kinzo? Didn't you go to Kinzo? What conversation transpired there? That's one thing. Another thing, can't we go back to the Maria stuff? Oh, that was much more interesting to me. I want to go back to Maria's serious tone again. That interested me. It reminds me of Rikas when she's talking in her time loop form. When it reminds me of her voice there.
ああ、夏日さん、それは後で話す。それよりエヴァ、お父さんはどうなんや？
I agree. We should talk about grandfather first, Kinzo.
ご一緒でないところを見ると、このような事態になっても部屋から出ませんか？
He's like, some people died? Cool. Still not leaving my room.
いないわ。
I actually have nothing to say there. Like that that was completely out of anything I could have ever imagined. That I just stared at her. I just stared at Eva, like trying to comprehend what she just said. He isn't there. um, did I just? I, I'm Okay, what? that I was just staring at my screen like, wait. I was not expecting that one. Isn't there? Why isn't he there? What? Where the frick is Kinzo? He's not one. He was not one of the dead bodies. Are we suspecting Kinzo of being the murderer here, y'all? What is happening?
部屋は空っぽだったのよ。
Wait, why did that sound of raindrop just pop up? Like the room was empty. What does that sound even mean? Whatever. Okay.
なんやて
The Witch of the Painting.
こんな時にどこ行ったんや
Where could he have gone?
親方様が書斎を出られたというのですか。
The master has left his study. Alright.
そうです。私も驚いています。
That is shocking, yes.
いつの間に部屋を出たのやら。
When he left his room is important, yes. He was there during the morning though. That means he was definitely there after the bodies were murdered. Just saying.
あなたたちに心当たりはないのですか？
Absolutely no one has an idea. Natsu looked at Genji and Canon as she said this. Right, of course, because the servants are the direct underlings of Kinzo, his most trusted followers, of course. She probably thought that the servants permitted the one-winged eagle, who served directly under him, would know of a place he might go. However, it seemed to be the other way around. Their faces made it clear that those who knew Kinzo best realized even more than everyone else how impossible it was for him to leave his room.
僕たちにも見当がつきません。
ご存知の通り、親方様はあの書斎の中にお休みの場所からご不浄まで全てを設けさせました。
Damn, he had everything set up, so he doesn't even get out of the study to go to the bathroom. I get the place to sleep, but he even has a bathroom in there. God damn.
親方様があの部屋をお出になることなどよっぽどのことがない限
If
り考えられません。
if the current circumstances are not exceptional, then I don't know what are. I'll be honest, Genji. 4 family members died, 2 servants died. This is very much exceptional circumstances. What's happening right now?
となると、なんや、そのよっぽどのことがあったって考えるのが自然だっちゅうことになるんか。
Yeah, like, 6 people on the island dying, being murdered. I think I would call that an exceptional circumstance.
まだそうと決まったわけではありません。
You still don't know whether that is the case?
とにかく気まぐれな方ですから。現状をご存知なく、お一人で散歩をされている可能性もあります。
No, he definitely knows of the situation. He might not know who died, but he definitely knows people are dying.
仮にそうだとしたら、一刻も早く現状をお知らせして、ご指示を仰がねばなりません。
Maybe he disappeared on purpose to let you guys figure it out.
そうね。
That's right.
考えたくはないけど、お父様の身に何かあったのかもしれないしね。
It's not impossible. Even Kinzo himself thought that he might be one of the victims, but he was hoping that he wouldn't be, so that when the witch Beatrice is reincarnated after she got 8 victims, she has 6 victims now. She needs 2 more. He was hoping that he'd see her reincarnated and then get to see her smile one more time before he dies. Because there's supposed to be 8 victims, then 2 separated on the 3rd twilight or 2nd twilight or something. Then on like the 4th twilight, separate the head. I think like crack the head and the torso, stomach, and legs or feet or whatever, something like that. And then the witch gets reincarnated, and then everyone gets brought back, and then the witch goes back to sleep again. But she also gets some gold. That was the story in the epitaph, right?
そのような不吉なことは考えたくもありません。
Something that ominous. It's possible. No one had seen Kinzo since the 6 horrible corpses had been found. On top of that, the phones were broken, the radio wouldn't reach anyone, and there was no way to contact the police. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is a good place to stop, in my opinion. We've been going at it for a while. I think I tried to go faster, more fast-paced this part. I don't think I succeeded in that. I do think the last 20 or so minutes I was able to go a bit faster than I usually am. That might not be necessarily true. Still going very slow-paced, not what I promised. But yeah, try my best to reach the halfway point of episode 1, because we're not even halfway apparently. That is insane. So yeah, this visual novel is... we're gonna be here a while, guys. Strap in. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko when they cry. I don't want to really talk about all my different thoughts and theories as of right now, because I've mostly talked about all of them throughout the part. So I think I'll just leave it there, to be honest. Yeah, you know, I guess the only thing I want to mention is, yeah, Kinzo, he was here this morning. We saw Nazi going to him after the bloody doorknob situation. Nazi went to him, talked to him, got more confidence, went out, met Eva, and then the whole storehouse thing happened. Sometime between Nazi going into his study and walking out, and then going to the storehouse and everything, Kinzo got out of his study. He was there this morning, or earlier this morning. That's confirmed. He's not there right now. Don't know. But yeah, that's all I'll say for now. And yeah, the rest of my thoughts I've said throughout the part, so I don't need to anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko when they cry. I will see you guys maybe hopefully soon. I want to see you guys soon, that's for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Umineko. We're getting to the good part now. I'm having a blast now. No more character introductions. We're really in it now. Now we're getting to like the whole, the whole mystery of it all and everything. We're getting deep into it now. So that's great. It only took almost 30 hours, or about 30 hours, but we're there now. Hell yeah. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And yeah, I'll meet you guys next time for some more. Okay, guys. More Umineko coming soon. Poop, 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 poop. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah. Peace.